What if the most expensive chair in your salon is the empty one? The one that was booked at 2 o'clock, and at 2 o'clock nobody walks in? Welcome to Pressed for Profit, the daily show for nail salon owners who want to grow. I'm Maya. Today we're talking about the quiet profit killer that almost every salon just learns to live with, the no-show, the last-minute cancel, the client who books 3 appointments, ghosts on 2, and then texts you a heart emoji a week later. We're going to fix the system behind it because no-shows aren't a people problem. They're a system problem, and systems you can change. Here's the reframe. When a client doesn't show, you don't just lose that appointment. You lose the time you blocked off, the walk-in you turned away, and the mental energy of wondering whether to text them. An empty chair doesn't earn back what it cost you. So the goal isn't to chase no-shows after they happen. The goal is to build a booking system that makes showing up the easy, obvious thing to do. Let me give you 3 ways to do that, starting Monday. Takeaway 1. Take a deposit and stop apologizing for it. This is the single biggest lever, and it's the one owners resist the most because it feels awkward. You worry a deposit will scare clients off. Here's the truth. The clients a deposit scares off are usually the exact clients who weren't going to show anyway. A deposit isn't a punishment, it's a commitment device. It signals that your time has value, and it gives the client a small reason to either keep the appointment or tell you in advance so you can rebook the slot. You can keep it simple. A modest deposit applied to the final service, collected at the time of booking, refundable if they give you reasonable notice. The number itself matters less than the fact that money has changed hands. People protect what they've already paid for. Takeaway 2. Automate your reminders and send more than one. Most no-shows aren't malicious. People are busy. They forget. Life happens. A single confirmation email at the time of booking does almost nothing 3 weeks later. What works is a rhythm. A confirmation when they book, a reminder a couple of days out, and a final nudge the morning of, with a one-tap way to confirm or reschedule. The key word there is reschedule. You want to make it easier for a wavering client to move their appointment than to simply vanish. Every text that says running late or need to move, tap here, turns a potential no-show into a known gap you can fill. And here's the part owners miss. Those reminders also do your marketing for you because every touch is a chance to remind them why they love coming in. Takeaway 3. Protect your peak hours with a waitlist. No-shows hurt most when they happen on your busiest evenings and weekends, so build a standing waitlist for those slots. When someone cancels, you're not staring at an empty chair, you're sending one text to the next person who wanted that exact time. This does 2 things. It recovers the revenue from the cancel, and it trains your regulars that your prime times are in demand, which quietly makes them less likely to flake in the first place. Scarcity is honest here. If your Saturday 2 o'clock really is hard to get, saying so isn't a sales trick. It's the truth, and the truth books appointments. Now, a word on the math because I want you to actually do this and not just nod along. If even a handful of no-shows a week become kept appointments, that's recovered revenue that drops almost entirely to your bottom line because the overhead was already there. But results vary by business, pricing, local demand, and execution, so don't take my word for it. Track it for a month. Count your no-shows before, turn on these 3 systems, and count them after. Let the number tell you the story. Let's recap. 1. Take a deposit and stop apologizing for it because people protect what they've paid for. 2. Automate a rhythm of reminders, and always give them a one-tap way to reschedule instead of disappear. 3. Build a waitlist for your peak hours so a cancellation becomes a rebooking, not an empty chair. If you want help putting these systems in place, I've pulled together free guides and walkthroughs in our Learning Hub over at NailPrinter.ca/Pages Learning Hub. It's where we keep the practical, step-by-step stuff for salon owners who'd rather build the system once than chase no-shows forever. That's NailPrinter.ca/Pages Learning Hub. That's today's Pressed for Profit. Keep pressing forward.